warriors, I've got two very short messages for you, but actually the first one is excellent news. I have brought out some amazing free for 3 months astrology for you, which is unique just for you. So it's based on your time, place, and date of birth. It's not generic, it's specifically for you. It's your daily love horoscope. You can see what if it's a good day for love, a very detailed description of what's going on for you daily, and also a yearly horoscope, and on top of that, compatibility and soulmate charts. So you can get someone else, a lover or a friend, if you know their time, date, place of birth, you put that information in and you get a big thing just about the two of you's unique dynamic. And there are pages of wonder awaiting for you, totally free as my gift to you for 3 months. Just go to horoscope.co.uk. Please share it with your friends and enjoy. Leo, gorgeous, wondrous, vibrant Leo. This month is a saucy, sexy, sensual hub of excitement and possibility, while you're also looking after yourself. It's got potential, baby, and it kicks off with the new moon in your relationship zone on the 4th. Now, this isn't just any old new moon. It has a lovely connection to Jupiter, the planet of good fortune. So there is opportunity here, opportunity to heal, transform, and change your relationship dynamics. So how are your relationships? Do you want a new cycle? You might be going, actually, no, I'm in a great relationship. If you are in a great relationship, do not worry. It just goes deeper into the next level. Potentially, if you're not in a good relationship, it's a rebirth. So you can dump all that bad, crappy old relationship karma and go, I commit to stepping through, loving myself and inviting the right lover for me. And really believe that. Perhaps do a little ritual, light a candle, write a love letter to yourself, burn your fears, do something symbolic and magical on the 4th to help that along. If you're having problems in relationships, again, burn your fears, transform things, allow yourself to go, I am releasing that. Whatever happens, it is a new start and a new beginning. It's a fresh energy. I always like to say it's like we go to the next higher vibration. I hate the words higher, I know, but we go to the next vibration. We are evolving with each moon, and it's giving us a deeper lesson. And yours this month is all about your relationships, surrendering your fears and moving forward. On top of that, we have Mercury, the planet of communication, going into a very primal place. You don't want superficial conversations this month. You will not be asked to talk to anybody who is just chatting stuff that is irrelevant. You want to get deep, you want to get profound. You may be discussing your fears, you may be listening to someone else's fears, you may be dragging out all this primal stuff, you may be actually having conversations that you'd rather keep private. You're also looking at people and going, hang on, I get your number, I can see what you're saying, your mouth may be saying this, but I'm sensing what you're saying underneath. So you have sort of super magical skills when it comes to knowing what's going on, who to trust, who to believe, and the only thing is, don't get sort of paranoid or overwhelmed by fear or want to seek vengeance on anyone that's done you over. That's the other side of that 8th house energy. With Mars conjunct Uranus, there may be an unexpected journey, but you've got to pack your bags and you've got to get out that door quick. Now be careful. Uranus is great when it brings a surprise. Yeah, baby, I'm up for it. But when Mars and Uranus come together, it creates great passion, but it can be also argumentative. Mars is shifting signs. Mars is our vital life force. It's our intensity and our passion, and for you it's going into your career. You're determined to succeed, and also the good news is you've got the energy to do it. If you have to work 12 hours to get the job done, you're like, yeah, this is actually easy. You have the vibe, you have the intensity, you have the passion to put towards your career. Having said that, if there's anyone that you're not getting on with, there may be a power struggle, and you don't want anyone bossing you around with Mars today. You're like, don't boss me around, I know what I'm doing. So try and be a little bit patient even. Anyway, we also have the sun shifting signs and giving you a special magnetic, alluring and kind of mysterious vibe, as the sun is also going into that 8th house. You have the ability to draw people who are very powerful and charismatic, and other people can perceive you as powerful and charismatic. If you are coming from a place of fear, people could perceive you as being a bit sinister and avoid you. So you've got to look at, how comfortable am I in my power? What vibes am I giving off? Somebody I'm quite close to used to walk along like that. When they were walking along the streets, you know who you are. Just because they felt a bit vulnerable and they weren't fully in their power. And now they're chilled out when they walk down the street and they get a much better response, So if you look at how, your body language and how you're being when you're out and about, and open your heart to experiences, trusting that you are in your power. We have Mercury conjunct Neptune. There is definitely a deep, secret, intense, exciting conversation about power, about sexuality, about any primal emotion that's going on. But because Neptune is involved, Neptune sort of missed things over, but it's a calling from spirit, I believe. So when when Mercury joins forces with Neptune in that way, look out for the signs, symbols and messages all to do with anything you feel vulnerable about. Finally, the full super moon is charging you up when it comes to money and career and security. And it's giving you all the messages that you need to understand about your sense of security in the world, where you want to go next, and about being grounded. It's quite a profound experience. So listen to it, don't ignore it. Don't fake it. Just allow yourself to go, well, what is going to make me secure in this next coming chapter? What can I do for myself to plant lovely little roots and firm foundations? Let's see if there's a message from the tarot for you. Okay, Leo, what's your first card? Leo. Yes, you might be thinking about the past when February begins. You might be reflecting on what has gone before. And you're saying to yourself, okay, now it's time to create a bit more structure in my life. You may be dealing with an organisation. Well, it could be anybody. School, police, council, university, some big corporation or other, and it's like you've got to get yourself together to be able to deal with it well. You're in a position to, and in fact you may be dealing with a big company about an idea, an inspiration, a creative idea, and there's great healing there. This isn't a feeling like sometimes when the Hierophant comes up it can feel quite oppressive. This is the opposite. This is an opportunity coming to you via something bigger than you, something more structured, an organisation rather than an individual. Don't panic and don't worry. How do you feel when you have to push your ideas forward and present yourself? Is there a secret part of you that, you don't necessarily, you're a Leo, you ain't going to tell people that you're necessarily nervous or afraid, but you tend to, when you're on your own at night time, you might be feeling a little bit more insecure. Don't worry about that. That will pass. You're all systems go, and there may be someone that feels that you haven't listened to them, haven't paid attention to them, and they might become the Knight of Swords. There may be a bit of a clash, but you know what? Don't worry about it. The outcome is success. You're doing the right thing. You know what foundations you want to lay, and this is fabulous. The Ace of Pentacles, success and abundance and financial stability. Are you feeling a bit defensive at the moment? If so, why? What's causing that? Is it the situation in the past rather than what's going on in the present? Trust your mates who want to kind of bring you out of yourself and remind you of the good times that are around you. There's a lot of strong feminine energy around you this month, which is kind of boosting you up. There may be temptation. That 8th house is all about temptation. This is a sex and drugs and rock and roll card. Is there someone you're addicted to? Is there a behaviour that you need to let go of? Do you feel imprisoned by an addiction of some description? If you look at the Devil card, it's a wonderful card because it shows us that, look at the chains around their neck. They could lift up them chains and run like hell away from that. It's sometimes an illusion that we need to keep repeating behaviour that is self-destructive. And the Devil is saying, set yourself free, you can do, but it also might be saying you might have a delicious little affair. I'm not judging you. Up to you to judge you. Lots of opportunities and offers coming in. In fact, there's an opportunity or offer coming in that you don't even know is there. Even when it approaches you, you might not see it clearly. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And the star came up in the beginning and the star is coming up in the end. This is a time of healing for your soul, inspiration and happiness.